Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. The Lazio fans are out in force, the atmosphere crackling, passions are high. How could this not be inspiring for all those down there in light blue? Things already rolling.
Well, Peter, there's goalkeepers, and they're great goalkeepers, and then there's Oliver Kahn. He's in a league of his own.
Well, he is a goalkeeping icon, isn't he? The man famously known as King Khan by some. He's belligerent, he's brazen, but he's utterly brilliant.
And never in a mood to accept failure. There's that body language he's always talking about. No wonder he instills both respect and fear in opponents.
Kadiolu! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Kadiolu really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Barcelona have their second corner now. Oh, that one's going nowhere. Timber. And now a sudden chance to counter.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Kadiolu, played towards the front line. It's an inviting looking ball, that. It's played through for him. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. There's the shot! He's delivered all right!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
A finish of great intelligence. He just understood and he executed so smoothly.
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Lazio leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. Strauch. Jorginho. And this is Batistuta. Baresi.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Onana. Jorginho.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Ball is over the line. And this is Jorginho. Shot a goal! Nearly, but not quite.
Batistuta is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
Jorginho is always scanning the pitch for targets. De Bruyne, played out towards the right wing. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. Onana gets over and intercepts.
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
Now he's got space here. Edmilson. And it's Messi. And Shevchenko. Oh, no joy this time. Oh, that's been cut out, well played. That is ended up in no man's land. Ambitious ball here. Oh, delightful ball. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Lazio clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
De Bruyne. And here's Shevchenko. Succumbs to the pressure. And the counter is on. Savinho. Really fierce, close defending. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Nicely shaped ball. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Jorginho. Onana. And it's Jorginho. Well, that is a smashing piece of defending from him. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
Oh, that's a very decent ball now. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. That's an imaginative pass. Jorginho.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Messi. That's a cute ball.
Shevchenko really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Well read, nice interception.
Il quarto uomo indica 2 minuti di recupero.
Aims beyond the defence.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Jorginho. And this is Batistuta. And the referee has blown for half-time. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. Lazio up by 1 goal at the halfway point.
There's plenty of positives to take despite the lead being so small, Peter. I think playing well, good energy, a little more composure up front perhaps. That's not too much to ask.
Lazio can look back at a decent first half. 1-0 the score. So straight into the second half. Lazio currently ahead by the smallest of margins. Baresi, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
Can he get on the end of this? Savinho. Strauch. Now it's Batistuta. Now Costa Curta. Messi carries the ball down the right. Messi is sporting a guilty look after that.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Raul. Pass somewhat off target. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Oh, strongly challenged there. Tries to thread one through. That is good alertness. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
He's got away. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And this is Batistuta. Oh, that's fabulous. Well, there's contact there one way or another. Oh, it's a penalty. Lazio presented with a golden opportunity here. Khan to save this spot kick and his team. A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
Played a game of double bluff here, I think.
Lazio are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
There's a certain authoritativeness in everything they do now. If they want to kill off this game, now's the time to get it done.
Batistuta. Jorginho. Savinho. Oh, perfectly measured that. And Batistuta! And it's there! And there's your hat-trick hero. He is simply indefatigable. You don't keep those outs. He knew, he just knew.
You can see he meant every bit of that, Peter. He had his head up as he went to hit it. He knew his landscape.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
This is frightening football. He has increased defensive fear on the way to that hat-trick.
A case now of complete control.
I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell, one that they hope will continue.
Lazio do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. Knocks it into space. And the shot's on here. Oh, shooting chance! And a neat finish. They are gorging themselves here on a seriously gorgeous scoreline. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last...
He's having a shot! No messing about, just bludgeoned away.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
Raul, and he's being shifted off it. Batistuta. It's a searching pass, and he's intervened well there. Batistuta is offering some sort of an apology there.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Timber. Some good work on the right flank here. Jorginho. Just 5 minutes remaining now. Now that's well seen too. De Bruyne. Rijkaard. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. Oh, well played, well sorted out.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Ci saranno 3 minuti di recupero.
Added time going up here, it's 3 minutes. And it's Van Basten. That has been slung wide. Well, that's a foul. Free kick's been given.
Sostituzione per la Lazio. Numero 8, numero 17. Lasciano il campo per il numero 18 e il numero 9.
Oh, he really got hold of that. Onana. Jorginho. Cadiolu promptly onto that. And the referee brings it to a close. Well, that was a shimmering, sizzling, scintillating game. The key characters glittered throughout and did what they did when required so to do. There could be only one outcome. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
I think we just saw a team winning by playing to their strengths. There was a clear picture of what they set out to do, and the players were determined to deliver it, and they did.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. The Lazio fans are out in force, the atmosphere crackling, passions are high. How could this not be inspiring for all those down there in light blue? So straight into the action. Well, there's the man we're all here to see, the thriller-minute Neymar. He really does turn every game into a showbiz occasion. So I wonder, Jim, what is in today's show?
Well, plenty, we hope, Peter. It's Rashford!
Oh, the ball's run loose here. Figo tries a shot! And he's quick to get rid.
It's been pretty high-tempo stuff from the off here, Peter. A good show of intent, I would say.
And here's Rashford. He's been slipped through, and he's managed to get free. Batistuta. That's gone all the way through to the keeper. Well, they've got it again, clipped into space. That's a cute ball. Floated through, and he cuts out the supply. And he has been fouled there. There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. What a start, free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes. What a save by David Raya! So Jim, what has caught your eye in these early exchanges?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes, so we're seeing some conservatism here.
Schneider, well, they can break here. Well, it's Batistuta. That's an imaginative pass, and that could set him on his way. Neymar. Now that looks a decent ball. Oh, important interception. Howson is there to clear. Oh, there's a probing ball. Jorginho did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Yeah, he's fouled him there.
Well, great position for a cross this, Peter. Now to get good contact on it.
So, another set play. And no, just off target. Oh, easy pickings there. 0-0 still. No lack of chances, though.
Well, it's certainly not a grab affair, Peter. It's had its moments.
Lazio ran themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there. De Paul. Neymar wants to run onto this. And it's hoisted clear. Played out wide. Perisic. Nice and easy for the goalkeeper. And they can counter here. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Rashford showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Rashford! And it's a goal! But oh, it's offside.
Yeah, spot on, although he takes issue with that.
A moment's uncertainty there, but it is the right call. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Perisic. Well, that pass isn't the best. Yamal could move up a gear here. Looking for the run. Now there's a fine ball. It's Neymar! Goal! Manchester United! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Manchester United have taken the lead.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition. When it's delivered early like that, defenders just can't get themselves set.
And this is Figo. Decent chance! That's a good ball. It's loose now and they want to get it back. Schneider. For Filippo Inzaghi. Nicely worked. The less said about that pass, the better. Ciao. Perisic. Now, can they get him away? That pass has been well intercepted. Yamal. And it's Batistuta. And this is Inzaghi. Now it's Schneider. De Paul. Neymar. That is good alertness. And this is Inzaghi. Oh, super find. And the referee has blown for half-time. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. Lazio unable to get back onto level terms before half-time. They trail 1-0.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Lazio can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Bellingham. Figo. He's got away.
Oh, really well played.
Bellingham is onto this. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Oh, shooting chance! Oh, he's got that all wrong, and it's a penalty. Lazio really could have done without this. The chance to pull further clear. Calm as you like, and they're running away with it. A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
A picture of confidence, that was never missing.
Manchester United are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Well, that's a real psychological weight off the shoulders, I think. It's a very different game now at 2 up.
And the shot! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Bellingham deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Oh, good spread. Manchester United appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Now it's Bellingham. No, he wasn't going to be fooled.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Schneider making good progress. Looking to play him in. Figo has the space to scheme. Shoots! And it's there! Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
That's smart play from him, actually, Peter. That goal was all about positioning. He knew instinctively where to be should the keeper have gotten a little jittery.
A case now of complete control.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Batistuta. De Paul, Rashford is herring after that one. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Saliba, Perisic. Yamal. Oh, that's well done, really robust. And that has put paid to that. And he is dashing away. That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given.
Sostituzione per la Lazio. Numero 21, numero 9, Schneider. Lasciano il campo per il numero 18, il numero 20.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides. Koundé is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. It's a good run he's making out on the left. Van Basten. Raya gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. He's a sharp little ball here. Well, played right into his path. Great chance! He hits the net. They are playing them off the park. As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Yeah, the goal was really well worked. Look, the game is a constant search for space, and he found the pocket.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
This is a gloriously greedy performance. He's rising! And there's a goal! They are getting horribly bullied, and it seems there is plenty more to come.
Absolutely no element of fluke either. Makes this even more worrying in some ways.
Manchester United are having a ball here.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Well, now it's a race for the ball.
Lazio really have been second best here. Second to every ball, and they can't have any complaints about where they are now. The good thing is they haven't given up, but it's not looking favourable.
And that is out and behind. It's a good block.
A moment to try and place the cherry on the cake.
Mbappe attempts a clearance. And now a sudden chance to counter. Filippo Inzaghi. Mbappe. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
Mbappe! Oh, terrific save. Keeper's dealt with that. 5 minutes to add. Now that's well seen too. Threads one in. Distributed tidily. He's in plenty of space here. And that is expertly dealt with. Savinho. Now it's Van Basten.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
And that is that. Lazio have very little in the way of excuses here, simply having no answer to a display that was stunning. Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. The Lazio fans are out in force, the atmosphere crackling, passions are high. How could this not be inspiring for all those down there in light blue? And that gets things running. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Yeah, Kevin De Bruyne. He's just one of the best strikers of the ball you'll ever see, and that applies just as much to his passing game as it does to his shooting prowess. He generally likes to keep things simple, taking as few touches as possible, but making every one of them count. I've got a feeling he's going to be a real handful for the opposition here.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. Pass just lacking in accuracy. He'll try from distance! Tremendous from Gerrard!
As openings go, this is up there. Another magnificent finish from Mr. Magnificent. This could be good, very good.
He made it happen, squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that. But you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
Lazio are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Oh, that's fabulous. Played into the box. And it's claimed by the keeper. And the through ball. He is through here. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Yamal. That is good strength. Yamal! Oh, needed to be more decisive in the end.
No surprise there. Can't be hesitant in those moments, Peter. Just allowed the defence to regroup and stop the attack.
Lazio with the corner. They're first. Oh, he's having a go! It's anyone's ball now. And now they can spring out of defence. What a throw in. It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. And he cuts out the supply.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Lazio do have a chance to counter here. They get a throw in. And it's Gerrard. Casemiro powering forward here. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Szoboszlai.
Manchester United definitely have the look of a team that likes to counter-attack, Peter.
Yeah, that is clear. Just look at how they line up.
Well, in other words, they don't mind being patient.
Very nicely done. Goes looking wide. Davis gets flagged offside. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. And here's Mbappe. Costa Curta cuts out the pass. Chosen to go back.
Just too much pressure. Had to go that way.
That's a cute ball. Romero kept his eye on it, and he's there. Casemiro. Baresi. Rijkaard is the team's great visionary. De Bruyne makes a dash for it. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. He has found the way through. Incoming delivery. De Bruyne is flagged offside. Mbappe. Bruno Fernandes. And he's managed to get free. Showing good feet. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Keeper's dealt with that. And it's Rodri.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing. He's found space here. Bale receives it in a wide position. Driving on and making good progress. And the shot! That is delicious! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. They are right back in business.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
Smiles broad and beautiful. That is a cracking hit.
Oh, give me this every week. The technical ability was superb, and you can see he meant every bit of this.
So they have it all to do again.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Engages and forces him off the ball. Played back to the goalkeeper. Davis. That's Gerrard. Rodri. And the whistle goes for half-time. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, I think the manager should be pretty happy that his side managed to come in on level terms. Things seem to be going a little against them, but they stemmed the tide, got their equaliser, and I think we're in for an exciting second half now.
Well, it's been a tight game, but one that's packed with incident and talking points. A decent watch this, and it's 1-1 at half-time. Manchester United get the second half started. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, that's a fine interception. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. De Bruyne. De Bruyne. Never out of the action for very long. Tries to play it through. He's got away. Struck. Great vision. No luck with that dink over the top. And this is Bale. De Bruyne. Gerrard looking to add to his goal. Oh, good-looking ball. Lobbed in behind. Now it's Bruno Fernandes. Lazio needed that. They really needed it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Well, we expected better, and so did he. He's found a way through. Yamal has the space to scheme. Juve. Now it's Mbappe.
L'affluenza di quest'oggi è di
Nicely weighted ball.
80.314 spettatori.
Oh, that's a fine challenge. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
Bops him off it and wins back the ball. Gerrard with the foul. Well, the referee has made it pretty clear now that this is his last chance.
I don't think you need to be an expert lip reader to know what's being said here.
It's loose now and they want to get it back. Juve. Mbappe. Yamal. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Casemiro. Now there's a fine ball. Oh, the ball's run loose here.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Baresi. Juve. Oh, he's burst through. And he shoots! Oh, crossbar! And it's Casemiro. Now, can they get it back? Shoots! Goal! Lazio! And the comeback is complete. Whoever is in his path, he will always find a way.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
Lazio have their lead.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
He's on it. Can he get away? Goes for a shot! Now, who's going to be first to this? Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Bruno Fernandes. Well, now it's a race for the ball.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you. That's just playing it safe and simple.
Yamal. He won't be happy with that one. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Oh, that's a key interception. Beckenbauer. Rijkaard. Lazio close now to seeing this one through to the end. He's shifting through the gears here. And this is Bale.
Lazio can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now.
Tries a measured ball.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
And here's Bale.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
De Bruyne. Strong running down that left flank. So just one extra minute for stoppages. And there goes the final whistle. Lazio have won it by sheer force of character. As winning teams do, they managed to find that little extra when they needed it. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. The Eternal City embraces this massive sea of blue which has flooded across the Olympico. It's hard to convince yourself there's another team involved. And that gets things running.
They don't come much harder, Peter, than Giuseppe Bergami, and I can tell you that from personal experience.
Traditional Italian.
Even his handshake is hard, but a level setter when it comes to discipline and organisation, not to mention his leadership qualities.
Don't argue with him. Pacho. Costa Corta. High. And Savinho. That's a good run he's making there. Pele does well to get it back. That's a sharp pass. Bruno Fernandes. Well, that looks a decent ball. And he's picked out the run. That'll be a corner.
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
And he thumps it clear. And now they can spring out of defence. Strauch. And that has left him in a heap. Plenty to aim at here. Chance! Oh, it's fallen kindly here.
Well, it's been a very attacking start here. It's looking good for them if they can maintain what we've seen.
It's offside and that'll count for nothing.
Well, I think he knew, Peter, the way he sheepishly looked across.
Disappointment and relief on either side, nothing doing.
Pretty robust defending.
Great defending, strong and determined. Nice looking ball. A header! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
What a pass, one that literally dropped into his path. It was asking to be finished.
So it is still 0-0. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. High. A probing pass. Floated through. And he's had a shot! Rijkaard. Pele. Nicely weighted ball. That's the keeper's ball.
Strauch clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
Bruno Fernandes. Schneider. Schneider running with intent. Lovely. Now the tries one from range. Cleared away. Rijkaard! And that is certainly not what he had in mind. Rijkaard. It's a pretty loose pass. Now it's Eto'o. Now it's Eto'o. Mbappe! Nice physical challenge. Schneider. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Schneider! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Corner number 2 then. Defending of the desperate variety. And now a sudden chance to counter. Maldini. Oh no, he's got that wrong. Savinho. Oh, that's nice. Pinches it off him. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. Looking for the run. That's a nicely shaped ball. And it's gone all the way through to the keeper. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
And here's Savinho. And anyone who's joined us late, I can confirm that in terms of goals, at least you've missed nothing. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Savinho. That pass has been well intercepted. Schneider. Van Basten. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. And reclaimed it in a trice. Stroke. And here's Van Basten. And this is Schneider. And he shoots! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay. And this is Pele. He's got away. Great chance! Oh, denied brilliantly.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Pele can so cleverly bypass the press. And the referee says that is that for the first half. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Lazio should be well in front based on the number of chances they've had, and you can sense a little anxiety around the stadium for fear that this game might just get a little away from them now.
Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time.
Cambio di giocatori.
We're on the move again.
Lazio have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
Mbappe
are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
He's in plenty of space here, and he's picked it up out wide, and that's gone loose. It'll be a throw-in. It is a corner. So, third corner of the game. Oh, what has happened here? Lazio get their fourth corner. they can spring out of defence. Maldini. Rijkaard. And it's Maldini. And it's Rooney. Muscular approach does pay off here. Well, they continue each to cancel the other out. He ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away. Mbappe. Rijkaard. Bruno Fernandes. A player who needs no introduction. Eto'o receives it in a good position here. Savinho.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Now, he's got space here. Bergomi. And still we await the first breakthrough. And the keeper's given it away. To Maldini. Bergomi. Bruno Fernandes. And it's Van Dijk. Rijkaard. And here's Eto'o. That's Maldini. Maldini. He's looking wide. Savinho. Maldini pulls off an exemplary piece of defending. Van Dijk. And it's Maldini. And it's Bergomi. Messi. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Rijkaard. Bruno Fernandes. And this is Messi.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. And he's cut it out.
There's nothing more infuriating for a fan than seeing passing without penetration. They're just stuck in a rut.
And a shot! Oh, it's a fair try, but just off target.
Sostituzione per la Lazio. Numero 13, numero 4. Lasciano il campo per il numero 8, il numero 18. Attenzione, una sostituzione.
It's their second corner of the game. Rijkaard clears it away. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Lazio are looking to go forward now. Cruyff will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Tries to pass it through. Now it's Mbappe.
That's good play from him.
He's shifting through the gears here. The referee's awarded a free kick. And it's Jorginho. He's picked his way through. Decent chance! They've got to be quick to recover this.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Bergobi. Rijkaard. Rummenigge. Ambitious ball here. Maldini. Hooks for safety. And it's Rooney.
Ci saranno 3 minuti di recupero.
And the number on the board is 3. That has ended up in no man's land. Rijkaard is always looking to break lines. Maldini. Van Dijk. And the referee brings it to a close. So a tough one to gauge. Defensive dominance combined with wastefulness in attack, and the outcome inevitable. Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. And that gets things running. Well, there is David Villa, a player whose thirst for goals is unquenchable. One of Spain's finest ever strikers, Jim.
Yes, I think his record speaks for itself, Peter. He's far from just a poacher. I like the way he's constantly on the move, creating space for others, and he's got the creativity to play in deeper roles if needed.
And it's hoisted clear. Batistuta. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped. Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Messi. Forlan. And it's Inzaghi. Jordan Henderson produces the perfect tackle there. Rooney running with intent. Mateus. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Jordan Henderson. It is early, but the game hasn't yet sparked into life. So what can they make of this? That's a cute ball.
Filippo Inzaghi clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
Pinches it off him. Paris Saint-Germain with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. Messi with the short one. Tries a shot! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Villa really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Paris Saint-Germain have their second corner now. They've played it short. Paris Saint-Germain given another corner. So, third corner of the game. Messi goes short. And here's Messi. While facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. And now a sudden chance to counter. Played out wide. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. Chouameni. Lazio still without a single shot on target. Batistuta! He has produced there the crispest of hits.
Well, he does strike a very pure ball, doesn't he? It's great technique.
High. The most accurate pass. Tries to pass it through.
Paris Saint-Germain really look like a team that's set up to absorb pressure. They don't mind being on the back foot.
But with something up their sleeve.
Yeah, they clearly feel they can hit hard on the counter-attack thanks to their pacey options.
David Villa. David Villa. Rooney. And this is Rooney.
I'll tell you, Peter, the keeper owes him big time there. He's lucky his mate was wide awake to that.
Just coming up to the 30-minute mark. Mateus. He's beaten the last man. Mateus cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
Now looking to orchestrate a counter. That's good vision. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And he was quick to react. Batistuta.
This is the time you need that pace.
And he's picked out the run. He's found a way through. De Gea claims comfortable. Mateus. And now the breakaway. Great vision. Neatly clipped into space. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Right, Batistuta. Savinho. He's shifting through the gears here. This is Batistuta! Oh, and that is really good tenacity. And that has been cleared. And now they can spring out of defence. Looking for options for movement. Chance here to counter. Costa Curta gets across to intercept that. This is a promising build-up. Some really good ball movement. Messi. Oh, super ball. Referee's had a good look and given a corner. And this could be the final action of the first half. And it's been taken short. Messi. Messi! What a wonderful goal!
Well, that's very much changed the complexion. It's also changed mindset.
And that is indeed the final act. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. Lazio currently behind by 1-0 at the break.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I could see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
So that was the first half, and we will be back. And Batistuta! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Batistuta clearly felt that distance wasn't an issue, but maybe there were better options for him there.
Looking for a run-up. This interception, his positioning was spot on. And it's Forlan. Mateus. That's really well manoeuvred. That's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Mateus in with the challenge. Jorginho with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick. And they've caught Reed. Filippo Inzaghi. Savinho. Messi looking to add to his goal. Now this could be a chance. Now it's Forlan. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. So what can they conjure from this one?
This he really fancies, Peter. The second it was awarded, his brain went into overdrive.
Messi. And he's taking no chances there. Well, that pass isn't the best. And it's Henderson. Now it's Villa. David Villa! A potential goal of the season contender, if only.
He's absolutely full of energy here. Definitely had the right idea. A shame he just couldn't finish it off. Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Now who's going to be first to this? Lazio have reclaimed it. Still chasing the game, trailing by 1. Savinho being hounded, manhandled at times.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
Jorginho is the team's great visionary. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
We've not seen much from this team as a whole, Peter. OK, that's largely due to the way their opponents have approached it, but they can up their game considerably, and I mean considerably. Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
And here's Batistuta. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Jorginho. Defending was strong and firm. Rooney looking sharper, more menacing with every chance that comes his way. And this is Inzaghi. It's a searching pass. Jordan Henderson. Now Rooney. And he's been shifted off it. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Looking for the run. Look at the space. He's had a shot! And he's stuck it away. And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. Well, how's that for a class finish?
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go.
There's a quick free kick. Costa Curta. Jorginho. And here's Batistuta. David Villa. And it's Inzaghi. Just eases him off the ball. Now it's Forlan. And the pass is intercepted. Inzaghi. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
And they can counter here. Now it's Batistuta. Now that is commitment to the cause.
Changement.
It's their second corner of the game. Schlotterbeck attempts a clearance. And he's quick to return it. Just 5 minutes remaining now. Paris Saint-Germain do have a chance to counter here. Tries to play it through. And a chance! And it's there! Up by 3. They have their boot on the throats of their foes. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Now it's Van Basten. Added time going up here, it's 3 minutes. Jordan Henderson stood up well to him there. And this is Bale. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And we're done. Lazio have very little in the way of excuses here, simply having no answer to a display that was stunning, scintillating. There was to be only one outcome. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Well, there was a distinct lack of clarity or commitment in everything the players were trying to do. Looking pretty lethargic, and they were ruthlessly exploited, and deserved to be.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. The Eternal City embraces this massive sea of blue which has flooded across the Olimpico. It's hard to convince yourself there's another team involved. Things already rolling. Longevity, loyalty, leadership, just a few of the words that spring to mind when you're watching the eternal Francesco Totti.
Yeah, he is truly unique, Peter. Easily one of Italy's greatest players, and some consider him to be the greatest of the lot.
And what sets him apart?
Consistent.
Takes a shot! Bale gets a foot in here. Beckenbauer. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Can he get it through? This looks promising. High. Now it's Inzaghi. Well, that has not gone well. Now that's well seen too. Probing pass. Bale has it out wide and in space. Bale! Oh, that wasn't the worst effort in the world.
Well, distance never seems to be an issue for some players, and he's certainly one of those. The opening was there, I guess. Worth a try.
Now it's Ferran Torres. Now it's Rice. And he's managed to get free. Steaming on goalwards. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Been a pretty high-octane start, at least from one side's perspective.
Yeah, whether they've been allowed to set the standards or not, they're setting them, and a goal has to follow.
Oh, he's been caught on it here! Dunk, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
So, what can they make of this? Dunk is always scanning the pitch for targets. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Plays it across. Defending of... Can he finish? It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Oh, easy pickings there. Tries to pass it through. Still goalless. Oh, he's found support out wide. It's Bale! That is special! Gareth Bale! A finish of true class! And Lazio score first! Smiles broad and beautiful. That is a cracking hit.
That is simply tremendous. I mean, how easy would it have been to get across it or overhit it? Perfection.
Lazio have penetrated for the first time.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
Beckenbauer, it's a searching pass.
Japan really do like to play the long ball.
And how does that work for them?
Well, you don't want the ball just coming back at you, Peter. You need somebody in there who'll make it stick.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Oh, that's clever. And this is Inzaghi. He's in one-on-one. Threatening run, but a measured piece of goalkeeping.
I just thought he showed a little too much of it to the keeper, but I think he read the situation very well.
Inzaghi showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Baresi. Dunk cuts it out. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Oh, it's a great ball here. Bale looking understandably energised after his goal. Pedri. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Now it's Bale. And that could set him on his way. Lazio looking to go into the break, 1-0 up. And it's Pedri, looking to pass their way up the pitch. Oh, decent chance! He doesn't look too happy with that.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
Nice sequence of passes, this. Passing is crisp and sharp. Beckenbauer. Pedri. Balde is someone who's always looking to catch the eye with his trickery. Played into space. Great chance! And he's stuck it away! A 2-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
So, a temporary halt to the action.
Well, I don't think most of us were expecting a second, Peter. It's become pretty much the ideal half.
That certainly seems to be the case.
And that ought to encourage an even more ambitious approach in this second half, Peter, with control already established.
Lazio sitting pretty here. 2 goals putting them into the driving seat. And so the action is resumed. Tries to play it through. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Rice. And he has been fouled there. Balde. And here's Ferran Torres. Bale.
Ferran Torres really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Beckenbauer. Pacho. This is a promising build-up. Good defending there. They've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. No way through there. Pacho. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. And this is Lewandowski. And he shoots! That was superb goalkeeping.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And we have our very first corner. Rice with the short one. Timber gets a good foot in there. And now a sudden chance to counter. Ferran Torres. And a chance! Rijkaard. Lazio with this handy-looking 2-0 lead. They are looking comfortable. Bale providing an outlet on that flank. It is a corner. Bale goes short. And here's Bale. Japan have the chance to go the other way. And it's Totti. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Cleared without hesitation. It's their second corner of the game.
Attenzione, un cambio.
Bomb header just off target.
And he did so well to get himself there. What a good effort.
High. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Ooh, delicate chip through. Oh, well played. Looking for the run. Tonali. Now it's Darwin. Rice. Rice cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here. That's just playing it safe and simple.
Sostituzione per la Lazio. Numero 6. Bale. Viene sostituito con il numero 21.
And it's Tonali. Lopez. Yamal. And that is a little undercooked. Vermin!
That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning. Well played.
In with the challenge. Just about up to 75 minutes.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Oh no, that was never going to make it. Cannavaro kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Oh, good take. Inzaghi! It's a loose ball. Pinged towards the front line. And this is Inzaghi. And he's got the beating. It's Inzaghi! Oh, it looked like 3-0 for sure.
Oh, he went for it there knowing full well that it could have all been wrapped up.
noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. And that gets things running.
Well, this 4-4-2 formation is often used in the modern era defensively, but it used to be the gold standard of formations a generation or so ago, Peter, and it does allow the fullbacks to play a key role in attack.
Yeah, they offer most of the width, don't they?
Exactly. You want them to be high up the pitch so they can get themselves into the final third whenever possible. This will, of course, ask an awful lot of the centre halves and the central midfielders, who need to drop into position and cover the spaces.
And he was there to get a vital touch.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Paris Saint-Germain with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And the keeper beats it away. Well, they want another corner, and it looks as though they're going to get it. Corner number 2 then. Costa Curta getting this one clear. And here's Messi. Succumbs to the pressure. And now they can spring out of defence. And this is Batistuta. Mbappe! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? He doesn't look too happy with that. And the counter is on. Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Diaz. Mbappe! Oh, great defending. That needed doing. So, third corner of the game. Costa Curta getting this one clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. Mbappe! Lovely pass, but can he get there?
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Ball's gone out of play. It's a promising position. And this is Batistuta. Real chance! And that's another fine save.
Great stop from the keeper. That was something else. He's definitely coming out on top at the moment.
Great chance! And he can thump it away. Quarter of an hour played. Still goalless at the moment. Clipped into space. Mbappe! Now this... Can he finish? Diaz is someone who's always looking to catch the eye with his trickery. He's on it. Can he get away? Can he finish? Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! And Paris Saint-Germain take the lead. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Paris Saint-Germain are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
That's the keeper's ball.
Lazio really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Onana. Howson. And here's Batistuta. Baresi. Couldn't squeeze it through. And Jamal. He'll try from distance. Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Lazio have their second corner now. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Costa Curta, and it's Amadou Onana. And this is Batistuta.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And here's Mbappe. And the pass is intercepted. Batistuta. High. Onana. Dembele. Paris Saint-Germain are looking to break at pace. Diaz is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
A corner it is then. Corner number 3 coming up. Paris Saint-Germain are looking to go forward now. And there's his chance to lead the counter.
Lazio truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
40 minutes gone. Half-time closing in. And it's made its way to him. And he shoots! And that's in! They have come roaring back!
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
That is lovely, finished with amazing expertise.
And you can see he meant every bit of that, Peter. He had his head up as he went to hit it. He knew his landscape.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Yamal, can he spark a counter here? No, that was never going to make it. And it's Messi. Sabitzer. And here's Mbappe. Shapes to shoot! That's a fair try, but just off target.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
And for the first half, that is that. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break. First 45 minutes.
Well, I think the manager should be pretty happy that his side managed to come in on level terms. Things seem to be going a little against them, but they stemmed the tide, got their equaliser, and I think we're in for an exciting second half now.
And it has been tight, it's been competitive. Each side with one significant moment, and at half-time the score is 1-1. We're already back up and running after half-time.
Lazio have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
Mbappe. And here's Batistuta.
Batistuta really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Diaz.
Paris Saint-Germain definitely have the look of a team that likes to counter-attack, Peter.
Yeah, that is clear. Just look at how they line up.
Well, in other words, they don't mind being patient.
Diaz. Now it's Mbappe. And it's Messi. Edmilson. And Gehi. Passing is crisp and sharp. Yamal. Onana under intense pressure.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
Diaz, 60 minutes played. Lazio can breathe again, just.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
He's in a great position here. Pass interception, his positioning was spot on. Passes coming off in quick succession here. That's very neat. There's the shot!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all. And where it came from... Oh, that's a fine interception. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Paris Saint-Germain clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
And here's Mbappe.
Mbappe really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again...
Oh, what a mistake! And here's Mbappe. Batistuta. Sabitzer. Edmilson. Diaz. Paris Saint-Germain do have a chance to counter here.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Now it's Batistuta. Batistuta. Nice interception, well timed.
This is the time you need that pace.
And he's intervened well there. Diaz. Mbappe. Onana. Yamal.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Dink through. And that is expertly dealt with. And that has left him in a heap.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal.
Sabitzer is fouled. And he is going into that little black book.
Changement pour le Paris Saint-Germain. Le numéro 18, à sa place, le numéro 14. Changement en cours.
The two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time. Howson is the team's great visionary. Now it's Inzaghi, and this is Schneider. Somewhat off target, and that was nowhere near his best. Nico Williams, and it's Van Nistelrooy. Now, can they get him away? Crosses it in.
There's much frustration as to the lack of a touch to finish that off.
And that will be the final act. So it is something for both, but ideal for neither. Both parties having to settle for what they get and hope for better in the weeks ahead. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. The Eternal City embraces this massive sea of blue which has flooded across the Olimpico. It's hard to convince yourself there's another team involved. So it's away we go then. So Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, Peter, I don't think you're going to get many defenders who are as good as this fella, Koundé, when it comes to building from the back. I mean, he's always boasted impressive forward passes where you see him hit the front line with diagonals, switch play. He's got a great varied passing game, but I really have been surprised at how good a ball carrier he is.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. Closing in on goal. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Strong running down that left flank. Looking to play him in. And this is Batistuta. And the shot! Now, who's going to be first to this? So, Jim, what have you made of what we've seen so far?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Romero is there, and he can get that clear. Nice-looking ball. Now, that's well seen, too. Rijkaard. Still goalless. A probing pass. Well timed, excellent interception. Well, they could break here. Aims beyond the defence. Tries a shot! Goal! Lazio! And Lazio score first. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Lazio are in front now, the game's only goal.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Raul. This is a promising build-up. And here's Batistuta. Iniesta, a player who needs no introduction. Looking for options for movement. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. And it's Messi. Iniesta has it out wide and in space. Iniesta really struggling to influence the game.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
Jorginho. Baresi knocks it into space. Yamal going face-to-face with his great rival. Rijkaard did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Akanji. Koundé. Akanji. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. That's Rijkaard. Jorginho. Played out to the left flank. Not the most accurate pass. Rijkaard. Koundé. Jorginho. Yamal. That has been cut short. Rijkaard. And it's Rodri. What a throw in. Yamal. And it's Rijkaard.
Lazio really should be happy to let this half run out now and go again second.
In chance for a shot! Rodri. Rijkaard. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. Iniesta. Here's Rodri. And here's Batistuta. And this is Raul.
Raul really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
And here's Batistuta. Decent chance! Batistuta! Glorious! About as smooth as it gets. And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Well, entry via the post is at the widest possible point, which means a keeper is well and truly beaten.
Lazio are doing very nicely, thank you.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
Iniesta. This is Batistuta. Yamal. And the referee has blown for half-time.
Well, I don't think most of us were expecting a second, Peter. It's become pretty much the ideal half.
That certainly seems to be the case.
Well, both half-time team talks will undergo change now. One will be solid, the other needs to be pretty inspiring.
Lazio firmly in control at the break. 2-0 the scoreline.
Attenzione, una sostituzione.
That gets us going once more. Yamal. That's an imaginative pass. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Jorginho is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Rijkaard. Jorginho. Now it's Inzaghi. Batistuta, and he shoots! Relentless! Just relentless! And with that, it is pretty much a done deal. And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Filippo Inzaghi. Yamal. Rijkaard. Passing is crisp and sharp. Inzaghi! Great strike, a test for the keeper.
Lazio certainly looks sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
And we have our very first corner. A hefty challenge, but fair enough. Koundé can clear it away. And now a sudden chance to counter. That's a little off target. Milan are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Iniesta. So we've reached the hour mark. Played into space. Well read, nice interception. Oh, that's a key interception. Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. Gets a good foot in there. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. He's found a way through. Batistuta going forward. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. He's having a pop! It's resolute. Oh, what has happened here? And it's come back out to him.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Messi. He's a sharp little ball here. Can he finish? And it's in! A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
Still behind by 2. Is there a way back into this? Nicely worked. Oh, important interception. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Costa Curta.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Rijkaard. And here's Inzaghi. And Jamal. Is there any support? He might not need Jamal! It's anyone's ball now.
I'll tell you, Peter, the keeper owes him big time there. He's lucky his mate was wide awake to that.
That's a lovely, neat pass. Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. And it's Batistuta. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Shoots! It's loose. In he goes again. An attempt which, in hindsight, was probably just beyond him.
You can never be too safe with someone like him around. They got away with that.
And here's Batistuta. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Now it's Messi. Lovely bit of skill. Jorginho makes a dash for it. And here's Raul, showing good feet. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And this is Inzaghi. Akanji defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. And that is as far as it goes. It's a super show all round, both sides doing their best to impose themselves, but one evidently, undeniably better equipped.